Okay, it's a pleasure to be back to learn with you again. In the segments we're going to be doing now, I'd like to examine a midah that's evidenced by the stories of the avos and imos that we have in Bereshis that's not usually on our list of midos. We're familiar with ahava, with gvura. The midah is called hishtavus or hishtavut. It's a tricky word to figure out. It has in it the root shaveh, which means equal. Hishtavut is, I believe, the hitpalel form in which it means that a person is maintaining his or her equilibrium. And this is a midah which is praised greatly in the Sifrei Musar and Chasidus. The Chavos Halvavos refers to it, and we're going to try in our first session to work on just defining it and seeing how it appears in the life of Sorei Menu. The Baal Shem Tov explains the word hishtavus in the following way. He defines it as hishtavus b'chol devar ha'ma'ora ha'kol shaveh etzlo. Whatever happens to you, everything is equal. Meaning, bein b'inyan shemeshabchim oto b'nei adam, whether you're in a situation that everyone's praising you, or mevazin oto, everyone is scorning you. V'chein b'chol shar dvarim, and so too in all other circumstances. B'chol davar she'yarelo, whatever happens in a person's life, whatever situation comes around, Yomar, a person will say, Halo zehu meito yitbarach. This is from Hashem. V'im beinav hagun, and if this is the way He wants the situation to be, this is what I'm going to deal with. So let's try to explain. The Sfas Emes brings this concept in when he's looking at Rashi's puzzling comment on the repetition at the end of Sorei Menu's age at the beginning of Chayei Sarah, Shnei Chayei Sarah. These were the years of Sarah, Vayu Chayei Sarah, and the pasuk ends Shnei Chayei Sarah. Why repeat? Rashi cryptically says, Kulam Shavim Latova. Now anyone who reads that Rashi and quickly reviews the life of Sorei Menu has a very hard time dealing with that statement. If we were interviewing Sorei Menu at the end of her life, asking her, how was your life? She says, Baruch Hashem, good. Always good? She says, all my years were equally good. Now, as hard-hitting reporters, we would ask, weren't you unable to have children for decades and decades? Weren't you kidnapped by Paro and Avimelech? Didn't you have the conflict with Hagar? How can you say all equally good? So the midah of hishtavus, as the Sfas Emes, is that which guided Sorei Menu into viewing difficult situations not as bad, but as something which can be made good. A situation comes from Hashem, and situations oftentimes give us limited decisions. But in every situation, there's the decision which expresses Ratzon Hashem or not. And if a pure person chooses that decision, who does the best that they can there to fulfill Ratzon Hashem, that makes that situation good. And in that way, all situations are equal. That's what the Baal Shem Tov describes to us as that person who has the midah of hishtavus. It can be a time when everyone's cheering you on. It can be a time that everyone's saying boo. But if you're looking and saying, okay, this is the situation, the question is what's right to do. I was once very shaken by something I saw in a biography of a family from Holland that went through the Holocaust. There was a copy of a tefillah one of the family made to be said before eating chametz on Pesach. The text of the tefillah basically went like this: Ribbono Shel Olam, you commanded us not to eat chametz on Pesach. You also commanded us v'chai bohem v'lo sheyomus bohem. We have to live in the mitzvahs and not die in them. Hineni muchon u'mezuman l'kayim mitzvahs v'chai bohem. I am now prepared to fulfill the mitzvah v'chai bohem ayedei achilas chametz b'Pesach, by eating chametz in Pesach. That's the midah of hishtavus. There's a situation here. HaKadosh Baruch Hu put me in a situation. Neither of my choices here are picture-perfect situations. I cannot eat chametz and endanger myself. I can eat chametz and live. I look to the Torah and it says v'chai bohem. Therefore, that's the path that I take, and even to be able to take that with happiness. This is an expression of that midah of hishtavus which is there. Sorei Menu went through more difficult times in the beginning of her life, easier times later, but looking back, was able to see the decisions that she and Avraham Avinu made in those and that makes the situation good. That's something that transforms it and turns it good. So we have to make that division in our mind between a situation which is difficult and a situation which is bad. Just because a situation is difficult, just because a situation is limiting, doesn't make it bad. The midah of hishtavus enables a person to look at it with a certain calm and to choose the path which will make that situation good.